All right, all right. Hello, hello. Happy Monday out there, Jazzie crew. Happy Monday. I want to welcome you to episode 127 of the Jazzie Conversations with Jazz podcast. As you know, I am your host, Jazz Bennett, mother educational leader, host, podcast host, event host, and so much more. And so you know that it's Monday, it's 7:10. So we are running a little bit behind, but that is okay because it's a new Monday, it's a new week, and we have new goals, right? And so also I have a new guest. And so I made a cute little video, but it's on IG. And so I didn't show it at the top of this show, but I wanted to spotlight some products. As you guys know, I am an independent MaryKay consultant. And so for today on my lippy, what I have is our berry eyeliner from MaryKay. And I also have this lip gloss that I am falling in love with, guys. So this lip gloss is called Sheer Illusion, and that berry lip liner. So you get those two together and they make magic. They are all available. Both are available on my personal MaryKay website, and that's www.marykay.com/JasmarBeauty 1024. All right. And so I wanted to go ahead and start the top of this show with spotlighting politics, right? No, I'm not going to talk about that topic, but I'm going to skate right on to the next one. I have two important elections that I want you guys to make sure that you keep your eyes on. One of them is right here in Polk County, our hometown of Polk County. And so I have my eye on the Polk County Public School Board election. And so for this election, I am endorsing Mr. MJ Wright, the right choice for us all, for seat 3. All right. District 2, seat 2. So I think I said seat 3, but it is District 2, seat 2. That is your Four Corners area, that Lake Wells, Haines City, Point Siena corridor. Make sure on August 20th, you go to the polls and you support him by casting your vote. He's very qualified. He is very, 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 very active in all Polk County communities. And so I definitely want you to do your research on all of the candidates, but when it is time to cast that vote, I need for you to make sure that you cast your vote for Mr. MJ Wright, the right choice for us all. And then I have my eye on the county court judge race out of Hillsborough County, because for that particular election, I need for you to make sure that you are supporting Miss D. Jones in her race to get that seat for the county clerk judge. All right. Group 21. So make sure that you go out and you vote. Both elections are August 20th, but make sure you support these candidates on their campaign trail. And so you guys know that every single Monday, I have a great guest for you. I love this show because it adds quality to the community, and I always bring together resources that will better our community. If you did not know, you know that the purpose and the mission of this podcast is to spotlight the power of the comeback. I believe that you can come back from anything with God, the right resources, knowing how to use those resources effectively, and your willingness to do the necessary work. With those three components, I truly believe that you can make a comeback from anything. And I just wanted to make sure that you understand that. I have been in so many rooms where people have recognized me based off of my podcast, and I cannot thank you guys enough. I know it's all within the power of the tongue. It's all within word of mouth. Thank you guys for speaking highly on my podcast. I do not take it for granted. I truly, truly, truly love you guys for doing that. And I will continue the mission of this podcast. And without further ado, along with this mission, someone asked me about a year ago, when I was a year in my podcast. First of all, before I get into this, the 3-year podcast anniversary live show is coming up very soon. I will be dropping the ticket links for that. I've been teasing it with the episodes of the first year, my first year, the live podcast that we did at the Well, which was a great show. And then we had the second year anniversary live show right back at the well. So stay tuned to see if it will be back at the well, and stay tuned for the date. And also, well, you already know the date because I've been giving you that date. I think I did the research and I think I had started talking about this in January and February. I already gave you the date. And so I will be giving you the details and you will be able to purchase your ticket. So be on standby. You'll be getting that information very, very soon. So mark your calendars when I drop that date and when I also drop the link for you to purchase your tickets. The Jazzie Conversations with Jazz podcast will be doing its third 3-year podcast anniversary live show. All right. So without further ado, I know you can tell. This is like, it's so backwards when I look at this camera, but I know that you can see that I have somebody here on this screen. And so you can go ahead and show your camera, Miss Ashley. Miss Ashley is my special guest for today. Hey, beautiful. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really good. I can't complain. Today is sort of like an overcast day. It's always like an overcast when it's this time of the day. And I don't know why, but it's as of late, it's that season, right? It's that rainy season, that summer season. So I'm doing good. How are you feeling about Mondays? Like, are you a Monday person or are you like, yeah, Jazz, I'm not really a Monday person?
Yes, I'm definitely a Monday person. It's a new week, a new start to whatever you did on the weekend. Even if you had a bad week, the following week, it's just a fresh start. So I always love Mondays, a good start of the week, to take off running. So yes.
I love it. I love it. I love me somebody who will love a Monday just like I love a Monday. So thank you so much, sis, for loving your Mondays too. So
Yeah.
I'm going to introduce you because about a year ago, I had someone approach me and they wanted me to do a show that centered around the topic that we are going to be talking about tonight, which is that wellness and that fitness. And they wanted me to do a panel of experts that would talk about the various diseases that the African American community faces as a whole unit. And they wanted to be able to bring on panelists that will discuss things like heart health, diabetes, high cholesterol, things that affect our community. And I thought it was such a great idea. And so when you posted your post last week and people started to pitch me to have you on my show, I was like, yes, I was supposed to do this episode like a long time ago. So you know how things just kind of come full circle. So I'm glad it circled back to me because I think this topic, I know for a fact that this topic is going to be very beneficial to our community and abroad, because this is not just something that is affected in our community. It's broad, right?
Yes.
And so I wanted to go ahead and encourage you that if you are watching, I want you to tag people in the comment section, whether you are watching from Facebook Live, IG Live, YouTube Live land, wherever you are watching me from. I see that Greg and Sharina George have tuned in. Good evening. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Bring your questions. Ashley asked us to bring questions that we may have in terms of what questions do you want answered about health? What questions do you want answered about fitness? And so make sure that you're doing that. So bring your questions. We want to answer all of them. We want to give you vital information on this episode. But I did not introduce my guest. And so this is my time where I'm going to do that. So my beautiful guest is none other than Miss Ashley Sparks. And Ashley is the owner of Spark Method Fitness and Pretty Muscles Apparel. She is a certified personal trainer. She's a certified nutritionist. She's an IFBB pro bodybuilder with a BS in biology. Now, Ashley in her bio states that she believes in living a healthy lifestyle. She believes that it begins with maintaining a healthy mindset. Health and fitness is not only about your body, how your body looks on the outside, but it's also how it looks on the inside, right? And she's stating, this is her claim. This is what she does for a living. She states that she will make sure your body and mind find the right balance. And I think that is so important, that not only the body is in balance, but also the body and the mind working in unison. She aims to help you identify your fitness goals, design an exercise program that fits your needs, and guide you through every exercise, every workout, until you build the confidence and strength you need. She has a holistic approach. And when we talked earlier, I love the information that she shared, which she will share it with you as well. She takes a holistic to health and to fitness, and it will have you feeling great and seeing results in no time. And I know that's what we want. We want that easy fix sometimes that is not always healthy for us, but you take a whole holistic approach. So Ashley, I want you to tell everybody about yourself more than what I just did, and then tell me how you got into fitness as a whole.
Well, you said a lot.
I
Thank
said
you.
a lot.
I appreciate it.
Reading that bio.
Yes. So I pretty much got into the health industry in 2014. So it's been 10 years. 10 years hit January. So January, it was 10 years that I've been in the industry. And it's really more so I always want to work from the mental inside and out. So you see people outer appearance, but the mental state. So I had a stressful job that I had before. And I will always, back then I drove like 45 minutes to go to the gym and 45 minutes to go back. And I would do it every day, and I would stay consistent with it because it will make me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever stress that I had that day, I can release it all at the gym, and the body just came along with it. So I started then with it, and then maybe a couple of months later I got certified as a personal trainer, and from then it just took off. And then I started bodybuilding, so I learned even more. So yeah.
What was it that made you get into bodybuilding? Because I really love the journey that I've had the privilege of listening to um with Aisha Bryant, like just broke the world Guinness record for a female that can deadlift weights, and just being there with her and hearing about her weight loss journey, why she started it, etc. I am so amazed at women who are not afraid to lift weights, like heavy weights. And what I've been seeing, because we'll get addicted, we'll get hooked on a good IG story, we'll get hooked on a good TikTok story. Listen, a good TikTok
Oh,
story
listen,
have me going into the gym thinking that I could deadlift some stuff and be looking like an idiot. So we hear all these stories, and we just, I just get inspired by women who can just do it. Like I was looking at someone's post, like I was just down a whole rabbit hole. Like this girl, she wore she weighed, I think it was 296, and she's at 209 now. And when she does her videos, she does a comparison. Like, I don't know if she just knew that this was something she was going to do and she kept all those videos, but it's like she'll wear the same outfit from when she was 296 to when she was not
you have to
209. And
you
her
have
body looks amazing at both stages, but in her videos she shows a lot of her bodybuilding, like just with like lifting weights. And so, how did you get into it? Were you not afraid that you were going to lose certain things that we think we're not going to be feminine anymore if we lift weights? How did you get into it?
Yeah, so I ended up getting into it. I did my first show in 2014. So I started off like with bikini. So I actually had to come down on weight. Like I had to lose like a lot of weight. I was really, really skinny. And my mom was like, "Oh, I don't know." They was not for it, lifting weights and so
Yeah.
forth. There's a myth of you lift weights, you're gonna look manly, you're gonna look like a man. Everybody say those different things. But when it comes to those high blood pressure and diabetes, those things that you mentioned, strength training help with those different things.
Mhm.
It's going to take, and I always constantly tell people and tell clients, it will be a long time before you get to bodybuilding stage. Like it took me years before I got to where I needed to go. And it was just being consistent, sacrificing vacation, not being with family as much as I wanted to, because I was just so headstrong to get what I wanted to get done. But I started with bikini, and then I moved on to figure, which you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about, figure, but it's upper class below the bikini. And
Okay.
so I started doing that, and I've been doing it for years. I'm a mom now,
Yeah.
a year old. So I like to really help moms and let them know that there's more.
Hmm.
No, it's more after you have a kid. You're not the same person. You're not yourself, and so forth and so
Absolutely not.
even though people tell you, "Oh, you got to be back normal," no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
definitely,
Nah.
but to, really just get back in tune, like with your body and so forth. I'm not gonna go on a rant. I'll wait till you kind of ask
Yeah.
different questions, but that's how I got into bodybuilding. I was already working out. I've always been pretty athletic from high school anyway, from middle school,
Yes,
high
you
school.
have.
Yeah,
You
I've
have. Yeah.
always been there, but it's different type of level. Like bodybuilding is not your average, but I just feel like it helps you mentally. Like if you can
Hmm.
do a show and do constant shows, mentally being consistent, a lot of times that will help you with other parts of your life. If you can get up 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
and go to the gym, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
The rest of your life would just fall into place, honestly.
Hmm. Hmm. Now,
If you
Ashley, you're going to have to explain that to me, because when I tell you that you're talking to the person who was probably the least morningest person, you got to explain that to me, sis. Like, I can't let you skate by that, because I try. Like, I try to I think the only time that I had to consistently get up that early was when I started in radio, when I was on college radio, and my show started at 5 o'clock. And I had to start making moves at like 3:45. And I was like, I used to cry, but I wanted it so bad. And that's the only spot that they had open at the time. And I had to, because that was something that I wanted. So I guess what you're saying kind of lends itself to that, because you just have to want it that bad. It has to mean that much to you to want to do that. Because I'll work out all day. Let me rephrase that. I'll work out at night. That's my favorite time to work out. That morning, sis, I can't do it. I can't do it yet. I don't want to do it yet. Let me just put it that way. Let me just be completely
I don't
transparent and completely,
and
completely
that's true.
honest with you.
Morning is not for everyone. I
Yeah.
just feel like it sets the tone.
Yeah.
Like if the chances of you missing your workout in the evening time. Think about if you had like a crazy day, like a long day or crazy day. As soon as you get off the work, you don't want to go to the gym.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
go home, or you want to go out and have a drink. You ain't really, And I just feel like the morning kind of kick off the rest of your day. It sets the tone for the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just been a morning person. I get up at 4 o'clock every morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So
It has to be in you. It has to be in you.
yeah, it has to be in you, but it's
Yeah.
something that you have to. It's something that you have to kind of really enjoy doing it, and it'll come with time once you start seeing those results and things like that. So yeah.
So I'm gonna shift into a personal story, and thank you so much, Tia Crockett is tuning in right now. I appreciate that so much. Make sure you tag someone, make sure you share this post with someone, because we really want to engage into this conversation. So I'm going to share with you, Ashley, just something personally that I shared with one of my coworkers today. I have the privilege of working with Andrea Oliver, and Andrea Oliver is she's taught fitness for a long time. She was just at a business symposium where she spoke on fitness. And so this is why I know my steps are ordered by God, because why did all of this, like these common topics that are going on in my life, they just kind of seem to morph together. And I'm like, you're talking about fitness. I'm about to have a podcast with someone who's into fitness. Someone inboxed me, which I'll give you her information too, because she's looking for somebody to come. She has an event space here in Lakeland, and she's looking for someone to come out and offer fitness courses. But she wants to have it like to gospel music, because she wants to have it uplifting to her clients. And I've just been shooting her names, and your name was among the ones. I was like, hey, watch tonight's episode so you can know who Ashley is, so you can reach out to her after the episode and y'all can, do your thing. But personally, I was talking to her like, oh my gosh, like I literally just went to the doctor the other day and I almost passed out. I was like, the number that she told me that I weighed, I was like, I really don't remember them saying that. And I was just here a month ago. But she was like, you weigh 206. And I was like, I weigh what? And she was like, it's 206. And because I'm just thinking that I'm about to be at my like for the past, like over the past maybe 7 months, I had gotten okay with being 196 when I'm used to being 187. And I went up to 196 and was like at 196 for like almost 8 months. And so when she said 206, and I'm like, good sis, are you sure you read the scale right? Because it's like, what
Let
are
me
you
get
saying? And it scared me so much because I'm like, yo, like my highest weight ever was, I think I was 215. And that was when I was pregnant. And so I was sitting here talking to her, and I'm not someone that's like, oh my God, I don't like the way that I look. Like I'm gonna tell you why I don't mind it is because some areas are getting bigger where they were like way smaller. So I'm like, I like that, but I'm like, okay, look at how these arms kind of look. Like you can kind of tell where they had some definition, but it's like, Lord, putting on some shirts now. And I'm like, what is happening? But it is this waist that really has me a little upset, but not the backside. The backside, I'm like, we're gonna keep that. So I just want to talk to you about two things because I'm gonna segue into it. Number one, how difficult is it for you, someone like you stated, you have been fit your whole life? Ever since I've known you, you've always been fit. Like you have always kept a great physique where you've always looked toned, and you never looked like you needed to lose weight. So how is it, how tough is it to relate to women who have struggled with weight loss or getting fit in your industry, whereas you may not have struggled with that?
Majority of my clients are weight loss clients. And for myself, just like I said, I go to the gym for mental. Not really. It just, my body just comes along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I go for mental. A lot of times when I'm leaving, going out to the gym, I'm like, oh, I need to go to the gym today. I just need to release, woosah a little bit. I go to the gym, and that's my happy place. I just get the body that comes along. The body just come along with.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that I made consistent, something that's non-negotiable. It's non-negotiable for me. So
Mm-hmm.
some people have like work or do different things that's non-negotiable for me. That's
Yeah.
my non. Like I have to make it to the gym for more so my mental and just to stay on track and stay consistent with just feeling good. I know as you get
Mm-hmm.
older too, as you get older, like there's so if you have family history of high blood pressure, diabetes, all these different things, like you doing gym training or just working out, period, doing something physical is going to help you to keep a lot of those things away.
Yeah.
The more that you do those things, and people don't realize it, like you need it as a part of your life, and before you know it, you'll wake up and you'll be huge if you're not,
Mm-hmm.
careful things that you put in your mouth and just working out. But
So
eighty
do the
percent
clients more so respect you, regardless? Because I think that sometimes it takes someone to work with someone who has had to lose weight, or do your clients, it doesn't matter to them because of your knowledge that you bring to it?
Yeah, so the knowledge that I bring to it, and then I have clients that have results, and then when they're getting results too, as for them staying on track with their meal plan, them coming to the gym consistent, them doing the cardio like they're supposed to, and those different things. So I have with my clients where we check in every 2 weeks. It's mandatory. You have to check
Mm-hmm.
in whether you like it or you don't. So we
Mm-hmm.
set goals on a weekly basis, set a goal. So what's your next goal? What's the next goal? I always ask them, are you coming for a quick fix or are you coming for long term? I don't really care for quick fixes. However, I can do it, but I like long term
Yeah.
because long term, the weight will stay off. That
Mm-hmm.
short, you can get the Ozempic real quick, and bam, bam, bam. And
Yeah.
then 6 months down the line, you double the weight back. You
Mm-hmm.
get because you have no consistent with your food. You don't work out. You don't go to the gym. And I have nothing against Ozempic or getting surgery and those different things. But I wish the doctors would tell them, hey, go to the gym. Let's see what you can do first. Be
Yeah.
consistent with be consistent with going to the gym, doing some type of physical activity. As you see, a lot of the celebrities now, Cardi B and Megan, all of them are going to the gym. They have trainers now.
Right.
Even though you have surgery, you still need to be physically fit and lifting your heart.
Yeah.
Your heart, that surgery that you had, unless you want to be having heart surgery, but that heart needs to have some physical activity going on. You
Yeah.
know, your A1C, your diabetes, everything that's going up, like it need exercise. If you see a lot of people go to the doctor, the doctor says, well, if you were to exercise, now understand some things are genetics, which is
Yeah.
totally, but a lot of times you can stop a lot of the different things if you just work out. And it don't have to be every day. You don't have to be a
Yeah.
body like myself. You don't have to work out every day, but have a
Hmm.
plan, be consistent with what you're doing and not wanting a quick fix in 6 months. It didn't take you 6 months to put all the weight on. So you shouldn't be expecting to get the weight off, in 6 months.
Yeah. What's your quick fix? One of the ones, your top 3 quick fixes that you just really hate when a client asks for, or the quick fixes that are out there in the industry. Like, what are the ones, your top ones that you just really think are the most unhealthiest?
So you do have people that come in or clients that say, hey, my birthday coming up, or hey, the summer coming up, or hey,
Hey,
my
my
wedding
3-year podcast anniversary live show is coming up.
is coming up.
It's
So,
coming
I want
up.
to do a certain, weight by then.
Right.
And I have no problem with that. But I ask them, I'm gonna do my part, but are you gonna do your part? So it
Mm-hmm.
depends. A lot of times it takes clients some catch on real fast in 30 days,
Mm-hmm.
they on it. And then some it takes about 6 months before it click in their head that what I said, there's no shortcuts.
Yeah.
You need to do what you need to do, and then you're gonna see the results come after then. So there's a quick fix. You got the Ozempic, you have surgery, people get it, the 360 lipo and get that stuff as well. Just like I said, I have nothing really against it. I just feel like you need to be consistent in other parts of your life because you're getting the weight back. I have
Yeah.
clients who had gastric, they don't have Ozempic, they don't had all these different things, and guess what? They come back and say, oh, I got this surgery. I spent $11,000 on this surgery, and I done gained the weight back times 2. Because guess what? You got to put it out of your stomach, but now you got to sag your arms. You got
Right.
because you're bad with your food. You didn't
Yeah.
go to, but if you would have went to the gym, then got the surgery, and then you continue to work out after, like pre and post op.
Mm-hmm.
So I have
Yeah.
nothing against that. It's just like there's no way around it, honestly.
Yeah.
Just
I
go
was
to the gym.
speaking to I was speaking on a personal level at the beginning of the conversation, um because I was telling the story that I went from like 196 to now I'm like 206, and I'm like, I always thought that 200 number was just like, oh my gosh. And so I know that it's not necessarily the number, it's are you healthy? It's the BMI. Some people live by the BMI, but some people are like, no, that's that they when they tell you that, that's not really accurate. um and some people are like, how do you feel? Like, how does your body feel? Like, you've gained this weight, but how does your body feel? And I honestly can say, like, I feel sluggish. I feel tired all the time. And just learning that growing with age, some things that we were talking about earlier that we women don't consider is the hormones, and even men too, but more so women. Like, women's bodies are definitely changing, and the hormones, the gut health. And I'm just gonna you have right now a real live person that you can kind of give sound advice to, not necessarily a dietary plan or anything like that, but I just want to be very realistic because I'm giving you a very realistic conversation that I would have, even for the viewers that are out there. So I was a person that I've never tried to do a quick fix when it comes to my fitness. Like, I've always just tried to have it be a part of my routine, but I noticed that I'm moody when it comes with me being fit. I'm not in it consistently. And that's one thing that I do plan to start to change. Because honestly, I do know. when you work out. You do feel better. You literally do. Even if you go to the gym when you're tired. Like I've had the trainers that have been hardcore and they are like, they have worked me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, because I do my best weight loss with a personal trainer. And even so much so, like I have a running joke right now with one of my past trainers. I was like, boy, I can't get fine like that no more, because that's why London Drew is in this world right now, because you had a sis looking so good. I was only supposed to have one child, and here come London Drew. So we have like that laughable joke between us, because I was right and I felt right, and it's a combination of that diet and also that exercise, but I don't really eat bad. So actually, here's what I did. I went and I did some research. And it's about 10 pages, right? It's about 10 pages because I want to get on track the right way. And Vincent Miller, I'm gonna give him a kudos because Vincent Miller, who used to be the assistant head of schools here, he is an avid um fitness and wellness person. Like I have seen the transformation with him, and he is consistent. He will get up and go to the gym. Like he counts those calories. Like he is so serious. I've been out to lunch with him and I'm looking at him like, I don't know if I will have the discipline to do that, because in this literature that I'm reading, so it starts off by saying staying healthy includes exercising. We know that. Eating nutritious foods. We know that. Getting enough sleep. People probably don't factor in that getting enough sleep factor, and caring for your overall well-being. And then just understanding how to do this with an exercise routine, eating a healthy and well-balanced diet. But it says that you should always consult your doctor before starting a weight loss program or diet and exercise program. My doctor would not be the first person that I would go to, but as I'm getting older, I understand now because I don't need to pass out. Like I'm anemic, and I like, and the good trainers that I know, they will ask you like, do you have any underlying health issues that I need to know about? Like when it's that time of the month, I am exhausted. On top of me being anemic, I'm like, you can't work me that hard. Although they don't listen, but you can't work me that hard when it's that time. But it's like I know that about my body. Cause like one of them, I literally almost felt like I was gonna pass out. Like he was really overworking me. He was like, Jazz, like, are you okay? I'm like, Negro, didn't I just tell you I was
It
anemic?
may
And
not
didn't
really
I tell you it's my time of the month? Like, dude, you know?
yeah. But we had talked a little bit before. It may not always be like even being overworked. Like you may have some other issue, because really honestly, like kind of like working out, are anemic, so I feel that may be a little bit different. But working out should actually help, even when your cycle come on. A lot of people just don't want to work. They don't want to work out because they feel exhausted, but you'll actually feel better to
Mm-hmm.
and work out when your cycle is on. But I always suggest people, when your weight is kind of up and down, or you have certain cravings that's like out of control, to always get blood work done.
Yeah.
I had a couple of people like inbox me and ask me, they've been working out with the trainer for so long, but it's hard for them to lose the weight. And I said, when the last time you got any blood work done? When the last
Yeah.
time hormones checked? When the last time you got your A1C? When the last time you got your iron? And when it comes to women, it's a little bit different. Men, they should do the same thing as well and get their blood work done, because they test may be low or what have you, while they can't get the gains that they may want to get. But also with females, it's just so important. And as soon as you'll feel 10 times better, like if you get blood work done and you know what you need, what levels you need to be at, so you won't
Yeah.
feel that you're so exhausted for so long, you think that's normal. And it's not normal.
Mm-hmm.
It's not normal to feel exhausted. It's not normal to feel constantly tired all the time, and every time you eat you sluggish, or you
Yeah.
so moody, or you can't sleep at night. That's not normal. So I feel like women as a whole, we just say that's what we do, especially if you're a mom. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
gotta, it's like a walking zombie. And it's like, no, 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 no. That's not normal. That's not the way that you're supposed to, the way it's supposed to be. So getting enough sleep, making sure you're intaking enough protein, making sure you're doing creatine, making sure you got your aminos. So a lot of people just work out and just drink water, but there's no recovery in the mix of it. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of people do eat, and then they eat a whole bunch of carbs, but they don't eat any protein. They may eat 50 grams of protein and 300 grams of carbs and other stuff. So it's just like knowing what your body type is, knowing what you're able to consume, what your gut health says. A lot of times I ask, make sure my clients know their blood type. You may love chicken, but you may
Yeah.
be allergic to chicken. So if you're eating chicken and you bloat it when you get up in the morning, you bloat it before you go to bed, that's not normal. Being bloated throughout the day, that's not normal. Drinking a lot of water like that, that's not normal. That means you need to
Yeah.
get your gut health checked out. And you may not be able to digest your food properly. Are you using the bathroom a couple of times out of the day, or only going one time? How much water are you drinking? It's so much that's tied to it. But as soon as you figure out your rhythm and what works for you, the weight falls off just
Yeah.
like that. It stays off. You know what it's going to take. You know how
Mm-hmm.
many calories you need to intake, instead of doing a yo-yo and eating 900 calories and 1,200 calories. And yeah, you may drop the weight. Oh, I dropped 10 pounds this month, but I only ate vegetables.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, come on. But the next month, you're going to add chicken back, you're going to add carbs back, and then you gain the weight 3 times. So I always tell people, like, just be consistent. Like, it doesn't have to be boring. It's all about being consistent and counting your calories. When you figure that out and count your calories, have your cheat meal every, once a week and get back on it. It's just
Mm-hmm.
being consistent. So a lot of times I start off with my clients. I don't go straight into, hey, this is what you need to eat meal plan. I start
Okay.
them off with just working out, being consistent, and then I slowly, gradually say, hey, what did you have for lunch? Hey, what did you eat for breakfast? And they may say, I don't eat breakfast. And that's totally fine. Okay, you want to do intermittent fasting, or you want to do a little keto, or let's find out what your body, and sometimes it takes more than 60 or 90 days to figure that out. It takes
Mm-hmm.
longer than that. So a lot of
Yeah.
people want it really, really fast. And I'm just like, it just don't happen that fast. You may be allergic to the carbs. Your body might love keto, where it eats vegetables and meat, and you may not like it because you
Yeah.
crave sugars and you crave all these different things. So it's really very, very important, if you on a fitness journey, to get blood work first. I always suggest get blood work first, and
Yeah.
then go from there and see
You
what
were
you
talking
stand.
about using a specific doctor, or like where should one start? Is this something that they should go to their primary care doctor for and explain that I am on a weight loss fitness journey, or what kind of doctor
No,
deals in this?
general doctors, that's not their specialty,
Mm-hmm.
honestly. So I would suggest, if you can, I mean, I have someone, Ageless Physique and Health, that I use. They're based out of Georgia. But the consultation can be over the phone. She'll send your labs to like LabCorp or Quest Diagnostic, wherever you want to send your labs to. And then once they come back, then she'll discuss and talk to you about what you should do holistically. I'm always for holistic first before I try any medication. But doctors, normally when you go to them, they're gonna prescribe you medication. There's nothing else unless you off the chart. Then I understand, but they're not there to give you holistic ways and tell you to really exercise and do different things and know how to read the chart and know different things. That's not what
Yeah.
they specialize in. And a lot of times, you can try to go and request those certain numbers, but a lot of times they're not going to request it for you if it's not
Mm-hmm.
like A1C. Um, they'll do that one. They may do your thyroid, but it has to give them a reason. They're not going to do the whole panel for you. And this
Yeah.
company actually does it. They do the whole panel for you.
Yeah.
The female panel, and they do a male panel, so you'll see where you are, and then they will do suggestions and tell you, hey, you should do this. They're definitely a nurse,
Yeah.
doctors and stuff like that. So, but they specialize in wellness. This is what they do, nutrition and all that
Gotcha.
stuff. So that's what they do. So I always
Yeah.
suggest that first, especially if you don't have the funds and you just want to start off working out that's totally fine. But somewhere between the 30 to 90 days, I would definitely suggest to get blood work done. Because if you passing out while you about to work out and you ate
Yeah.
before and you still feel like you about to pass out, like that's, once again, that's not normal. So you want to go and get those things checked out, and it just make the your journey faster. You don't have to go through all these
Yeah.
trial and errors when you don't know what's going on with your body. You don't know
Yeah.
that your pressure, your blood pressure is high, so you can't do any strenuous workouts. You need to rest in between your sets. Or are you a person that does hit and it works for you and you burn fat very fast? So I know certain things about myself, but each and every last one of my clients, they're different.
Yeah.
They're not all the
Yeah.
same. I can't train or give a meal plan or talk to one. Like they're all different. So they
Yeah.
all different. They have their own goals, their own unique way. And that's what I really, I love about it.
Good.
It's different. I love when clients get results. I love it.
Let me tell you what's so frustrating for me, and I want you to answer this question, because I will be on Instagram and I will listen. I watch so many fitness videos and I'm watching people work out, and it's like it's such false advertisement, because the niche right now, like the most, I guess, I don't know if it's the most popular thing to talk about right now is the FUPA, right? So I guess the algorithm has figured out what I like to research. So every time I open up IG, it's a guy, telling me how to focus on the FUPA, and these are the exercises that you need to do. And I'm like, what? I don't have to do a crunch sitting down. I can use the wall and just do this. And I'm just like, bet, let's go. I ain't did one yet, but I'm like, bet, let's go. And so I am just like, it gets to me. I'm so irritated, because it's like, you almost got me. If I didn't know better, you would have had me, because I know that you cannot target an area and lose weight from that area. But I want to know why, because you have this, you are a certified nutritionist. You have a bachelor's degree in biology. Why can we not target areas and just lose weight in that area? Like, why? I almost don't believe that we can't, but I do know better. But why?
You can try. It just depends on the blood type. I mean, not the
Okay.
body type for the person. It depends on the body type for the person. A lot of times people in genetics, my genetics may be a little bit different than yours. I may do the same exact plan that you do, and I get everything that you wanted. Do the same exact plan, and get everything that you wanted, and then you lose everything that you didn't want to lose. So I wish it was such thing as spot train, but you just have to hit every single thing, just so you won't look like SpongeBob, or let me stop, or you won't look weird. So you have to work.
That's exactly what it is.
Work your arms, you have to work abs, you have to work your legs. But a lot of times when it comes to abs, you do ab exercises, but a lot of times it just have to do with strength training for your core, and then what you put in your mouth. How much cardio? You hate cardio. Most people hate cardio. What type of cardio are you doing? So you can target different areas. Per se, you just may lose it in different areas. So say for instance, you like a cardio bunny.
Yeah.
So your stomach could be flat and you'll have a six-pack, right? But then you lost your butt because you ran.
Exactly. And we don't want that. We don't want that.
If you did like the Stairmaster, which everyone hates, if you did the Stairmaster, it's going to keep your butt up high. It's going to make your waist slim down, your arms, everything, because it works your full body. But everybody that machine, but that's one machine that'll keep you proportioned the way that you. I'll be on the Stairmaster every day.
I love the Stairmaster. I love leg day. Like those are my favorite exercises, is anything that deals with the legs. Other than like the treadmill. The treadmill is like my least favorite, right? And typically trainers that I've had, they've always started me out with like 15 minutes on the treadmill, like just run or whatever the case may be. That's how they do the warm up and they do the cool down the same way. Started on the treadmill, we end on the treadmill. But I love leg exercises because I've always had nice legs. But I'm like, oh girl, your legs are kind of getting a little, the thighs are not really thigh-in right now. You got to do something, right? And so that's like my indication of, girl, it's time to work out. Like you got to tone up. But I want to hit you with something that has been very frustrating to me, and something that obviously if I sat down and I really did the research for it, I would know the answer to it. But since I have you here, this is how I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna do a shortcut. So I was reading through this information, and it's like, it's telling you what aerobic exercise is for, flexibility with training, why do you do resistance training, the warm-ups, the cool downs, and all of that. But then it gets to everything that you've been talking about, like your metabolic rate, your body mass index, blood glucose level, calories. Here's my kryptonite. Calories. I don't understand it. Like I'm not a calorie counter. And I know that you said it depends on your body, your specific body type, your blood type in terms of calories. But if you're someone who's trying to be on this fitness diet, like how much is too much in the caloric intake? Like I can tell you, I have never once in my life counted a calorie. Like I'll just be we're in the break room or whatever, and I'm gonna tell you, you're probably gonna be like, Jazz, please stop drinking that crap. But I was at the Dollar Tree this morning, picking up some stuff, and I got a mellow yellow, right? I know, Ashley, don't do that, right? So like I got a mellow yellow, like I needed a mellow yellow. I see how I have to turn this can because I don't even know where you find the calories. I don't pay attention to calories. Like I truly don't. So this is this amount. The serving size is 1 can, and it has 230 calories. But then it goes into deeper things like the total fat is 0, the sodium is 65. I don't know if that's good or bad. Like I just don't know. The total carbohydrates is 63 grams, total sugars 62. And all of that information, none of it has meant anything to me. So where do we start if we are just like...
Did you just say 62 grams of sugar?
That's bad? It says, look, look, I mean, that's bad. Like, how many grams of sugar should I get? I don't know.
That's
62
so
grams of sugar. It does say that. 63 total carbohydrates. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't, I don't know. Greg, Sharina says that's a lot of sugar. Like, I truly, I don't know. Like, I don't.
That's off the map, like diabetic.
Really?
Yes.
Really? So how much should a drink, like a healthy drink, have of grams of sugar?
Your new thing is going to be counting calories. That's where it's going to get you to where you need to be. That means you're going to have to measure your food.
Girl.
Measure your foods. And then you have to learn how to count macros, because that's what calories, you're counting your macros. So
I don't even know what a macro is. So tell me, I've heard it in lingo. I can piece it together, context clues, but what literally, what
you weigh, I do myself. So 150 pounds. So 150 pounds, I would probably give myself around, I take about 120, 130 grams of protein, right? Okay. So protein, I want to like build, I want to be fuller. I don't want to carb overload or have so much sugar. Like carbs, so carbs and the sugar just all max together. So, and then what I would do is divide that number by how many meals you're going to eat. So if you take 150 and you divide it by 3. So say for instance, I just want to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I want to get my protein in. I would divide that by 3. And that's how many grams. So that's what, about 40, 43, somewhere around there, 43 grams of protein. And then I may say, okay, for carbs, my body really like good complex carbs. So this would be like sweet potato, like good carbs, not the hard carbs like French fries and things like that. No. So say for instance, I give myself say 200 grams. 200 grams, once again, I divide that by 3. However, or I may say, hey, I'll do a little extra carb for like a snack or something like that. Okay. So it's really not that hard. It's really not that hard. It's just taking the time out. And once you get like a rhythm going,
Mm-hmm.
I have my clients, all of my clients have to download my Fitness Pal. It's one of the easiest things because you can just scan. If you're in a
Mm-hmm.
grocery store, you want to know if it fits inside your macros or your calories and so forth. You'll just scan the back of the box and see if it
I've
fits in.
seen it done. I've seen it
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
I've seen it done.
So majority of the most people who have nice bodies, they're counting they're counting calories. Some people don't have to. They just eat a balanced meal and they eat healthy. But you
Yeah.
cannot say, hey, I'm gonna have balanced food and balanced meal and I'm not gonna count my calories or anything, but then you eat like crap. You don't eat
Yeah.
vegetables, you don't drink water, you don't do anything. So that's why you're not gonna see the results. You don't necessarily have to always count your calories, but if you're a person that don't know your body, know how many calories around about that you're taking, you're not really exercising consistently, you're not doing any type of cardio or anything, you're not drinking enough water, then of course you're not going to see the results. You need to take step by step. And as you start doing it more often, then you'll
Yeah.
see you don't have to count anymore. You'll kind of know how many calories, what feels good and what doesn't. So that's a start for you. And the first
It
start is
is.
no
I
more
will say
no
I
more
will
milk.
say yes. I agree. And I think it's more so with me, it's really the drinks more so than it is like the food. Because I definitely I have been on a whole complete plan where I've had to be on like a meal plan, but it was a meal plan that gave options. And was it a meal plan that I could sustain? Like I sustained it for like maybe 4 months. Like I went hard with it and I did see immediate results. I tried to make it make sense to me, but I'm such a foodie until it's like after 4 months, I'm like,
And it
I'm
don't,
running, like, I don't want to do this
what I
anymore.
mean. That's what I mean by not just restricting yourself from so many things that you enjoy eating. Because after
Right.
4 months later, once you be like, okay, I done got, down 15 pounds,
Right.
I'm good. Then you're gonna go back and binge. You're not going to be careful about what you're eating. You're gonna stop following the meal plan. You're bored. You want your body needs more calories. Like naturally, you're gonna crave carbs. Naturally, you're gonna
Right.
crave these things just naturally. So it's just like spreading it out. So I would suggest if you're doing a meal plan, the same meal plan for 4 months, that's a long time. Unless
Mhm.
you're having like cheat meals, kind of like in between.
Yeah,
So
and
if you have,
it did include some cheat meals.
yeah,
I could choose what day, whatever day I wanted to be like a cheat day for one meal.
mm-hmm. And that
So
would be
of
good,
course I chose Sunday so I could eat like a good Sunday dinner.
right? Right. And you just want to see if you learn how to count macros as well, you'll be able to have more variety of food because you'll find that it fits inside your macros. So, say for instance, on your meal plan, it says for breakfast, you're supposed to eat like a half a cup of oatmeal and then some fruit on there. And then you
Right.
have the fat. So, you may have like an egg or something like that. And then you
Yep.
get tired
Sounds about right.
and you get tired of eating it, like you don't want to have that anymore. So what you would
Yeah.
do is find another something else that you, especially if you're a foodie and you enjoy eating, there's so many different ways and styles that you can just add that fits inside those macros just for breakfast. So you may do
Hmm.
Ezekiel with avocado, like an avocado toast and an
Yeah.
egg over easy, like how you like different things. So that's why it's good to kind of count macros so you know where you are. So you don't know that if you're under eating or you're overeating.
Hmm.
So when you know how many calories will be based on how much you weigh, how much exercise you do, your height, your age, all that play into part to figure out that number.
Yeah, and what you're saying is it is such great information. And I'm just in my brain, I'm playing back things that people have taught me because I dated people that were like heavy gym rats. Like they just that like I dated someone like he went to the gym like every day. Like it was religious. And it's like and he had stuff down to a science. And it's like, but and it's like he could tell me like cheap things to do. Like things like, you know, how you're on a watermelon diet, or things like how you're on an all fruit diet, like lose it real fast and you just got to build it back up. And that's my number one thing that I hate to hear. I don't want to lose everything. I don't want to do it. And it's like you build it back up and then you eat right where you're at that point. Right. And so I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have asked for a quick fix, but that's kind of what I'm asking for, like to jumpstart the fitness journey. But then I'm just like, I
Nothing
don't,
wrong with
I
that
don't
to
have a
jumpstart.
consistent
It's just
love
being
for it.
able to stay consistent after then. So you can jumpstart. Like a lot of times, I start my clients on like a detox because they've been eating horrible. So I start them off
Yeah.
on like a detox. You know, get a whole bunch of water and fruit and vegetables. Still have some protein in it. Maybe some lean, definitely lean protein, like some fish and things like that, to start them off. And once they finish that for maybe 14 to 21 days, I may have them on it, just depend, and see how consistent that they can go without a cheat meal, you know, just being
Mm-hmm.
consistent on that. And by that time, their body is transforming, like they can, you know, as far as the food go, they able to after then go to the calories that they need to be, or slowly work their way up. So it may be like 1,200 calories. And a lot of people say, hey, that's a lot of food. That's a lot of food, 1,200 calories. But
Yeah.
then you can go to Chick-fil-A and eat 2 sandwiches, and that's like 4,000 calories. You know what I'm saying? But when it's
Yeah.
clean and eating right, and you feel different, you know,
Mm-hmm.
so you will gradually add those, you know, calories back after you do like maybe that detox, or just to clean, just to get your mind right. You feel good, you're drinking enough water to just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, is your mind strong
Yeah.
enough to withstand
Yeah.
after that, you know? But that's why I really try to focus on working on being consistent with your food.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always tell my clients, you want to go out to, the food is going to be there. The food
Yeah.
is the drug. Honestly, that's the disease, that's the drug that we have here in the US. It's food. Everybody,
Mm-hmm.
think about it. When you go hanging out with your friends, what everybody want to do? Let's go to a
Eat.
restaurant first. Let's go and eat.
Yeah.
Nobody say, hey,
That
go
is
to
legitly
dinner.
what I spend after my mortgage. That's my highest bill. And sometimes my food bill exceeds what I pay in my mortgage. That's how ridiculous it is. Like I wish I wouldn't have just shared that, but I did. But I'm just like, I cannot believe that I just spent all of that in food in a month. Like that's crazy.
Yep. And since
Yeah.
you have boys too, you make the whole household go on
Right.
clean eating and do right. Like you start them young. Like my daughter, everybody be talking, you know, oh, you don't let her have cake, and you don't let her have this, and
Yeah.
you don't have sweet. Why? She don't need it.
Yeah.
She don't need the fruits. This what she get the sugar out of. And every now and then it
Yeah.
may be organic or something natural. So she don't get addicted. Like sugar is, it's an addiction.
It is. It
Look at,
is.
you start giving them candy and letting them do all this. Now they don't want to eat vegetables. Now they don't want to do fruit. Now they don't want things that they need for their body, for their health. They don't want it anymore because you let
Yeah.
them eat, you know, just whatever. And it's so important to even get your kids on the same regimen to get them on, so they don't have these issues later on in life. The things that you going through and trying to fix, you don't have to worry about that with them, you know?
And it's good stuff. It's definitely two things that I definitely wanted to hit upon. I just know with me, I have my best weight loss journeys, fitness journeys when I am with a dedicated trainer. So I do want to say kudos to the work that you do, because it's down to a science, it's down to a lifestyle. You have to live it, breathe it, sleep it. You know, it's something that you have to do, right? And so I give kudos to those trainers who can always motivate and inspire those to keep
Yeah.
going with it. But I was going to ask you, because with me, I know that I stop. Once I start to see the results that I want, I stop. And then after I start to look at these bills that I have racked up from a personal trainer, I'm like, you mean to tell me you can't take care of your body by yourself? You gotta pay somebody to do it. Like, what would you say to somebody to say that this is an important part? Like, if you're serious about it, then you'll stick with it. Like, what do you say? And then what do you do when your clients legitly just say, I want to wean myself off of this? Like, what's your advice to those people?
Well, the clients that may leave, it may be financial standpoint. It may be a financial standpoint where they look at the bill, and sometimes they come back after. But it's nothing that I can do. But then I go and ask them, hey, how often do you go out to eat? How often are you going shopping? Like, where is the priority? You know what I mean? Is your
Right.
health priority, or is it down here? And it's kind
Mm-hmm.
of, but with African American, when you look around in the gym, we're not in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very few in there. It's very few in there. But there is some in there. But staying consistent, like making your health a priority. We don't do that. We'll spend the money on other things, or say we don't want to pay a trainer $100 an hour, but you'll go and get the latest new shoes, or your when you go to the doctor, how much money you have to pay,
Right.
or your medicine that you're getting, how much you have to pay. But if you were to get in a gym and get a trainer, then you don't really have to worry about those things. However, it's just like fitting inside your budget. You may
Right.
have to sacrifice some things for your health, what makes you feel good. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Your body look good, you feel good. Why not do that, that sacrifice?
Yeah.
Instead of going out to eat every single day, you go out to eat one time, but you're not supposed to be going out to eat every day anyway. If you eat at home, meal prep, do what you need
Woo.
to do, save so much. You save a lot of money.
So
So
calorie counting is something I'm gonna need to do, and also not eating out every day, because that's literally what I do. So those are my two tasks. Oh, Lord
yeah, that
Jesus.
means that you can afford a personal trainer. You can really
Don't do
honestly
that.
look back.
Point taken and point proven. Good Lord. Yes, you just proved your point. You did. You did.
You ask me like what you can
Yeah.
say, but like if you go
Yeah.
back to see different things and just budget out those different
Yeah.
things, like what makes you feel good, what's later. And I don't expect my clients to stay forever and ever and ever. They're gonna be where it gets to a point where they're able, where I can kind of like, wean them off, where they're good, where I know that
Yeah.
they're consistent. I know I haven't had any issues with them. I don't have to be behind them. I don't have to say, hey, did you go to the gym today? Hey, did you do your cardio today? Hey, what did you eat today? Show me what you ate today. Show me a picture.
Mhm.
So right now, that's the stage right now that I'm with a lot of my clients. They have to show me
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
I mean, like,
What's one of your success stories?
that's not on your meal plan. That's not on your meal plan.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, get back on your meal plan, sis.
Um, But success stories would be, I had a client that was like 250. So it was more so, a couple of clients actually that I had was like around that. One was close to
Yeah.
3, one was like close to 250. Then I'll tell you one that kind of want to like build muscle. That was the whole idea. But it started off with the one that was close to 300. She had PCOS. She had ankle issues and stuff like that. PCOS um, is what's in a lot of African Americans. That's what
Hmm.
it could be in your food. It's something that you're going to have. However, with diet and exercise, you don't have to necessarily be big. You could be small. I had a small PCOS client, and I had a one that was overweight. So it's not
Okay.
necessarily say per se that you're overweight. So it's going to be, but it's the way your lifestyle is. You're eating and exercising. And they both wanted babies. So they
Hmm.
need to exercise and eat right. And once she lost, that one lost like 100 pounds, a little over 100 pounds. And then she got pregnant, had a baby, and all that good stuff. So
Yeah.
she's doing good. And then after she had the baby, of course, we go into hormones and postpartum stress, and all that different things. And just making herself a priority. In order to show up for your kids, you need to make sure you're mentally in the right state,
Yeah.
physically and mentally, to make sure that you know that you're there. Um, so yeah, and she's doing good. A lot of them keep their weight off. A
Good.
lot of
Good.
my clients, that's what I love, that I did my job. It may took them a year, 2 years, some 3 years before it
Yeah.
snapped. But I can say that when I look at their pictures, they always send me pictures every now and then and say, hey, I'm
Yeah.
still doing it, blah, blah. That makes me so happy.
Hmm.
That they're able to keep the weight off. I helped them with depression, whether they're in depression, they were going to a divorce,
Mhm.
just different things people work out for. Just like I said, I
Yeah.
work out more for mental, and then your physical just come along with it.
Yeah.
I had a client that was really, really small, and she swore she was like super thick. It's so funny. She was like, I do have glutes. I do have a butt. I'm like,
Yeah. Like, you know.
no, no, ma'am. So she did
Yeah.
fitness, got her fitness competition, did her first fitness competition, and it was pretty cool. She was vegan. She's vegan, so I was able to put on muscle. So you don't necessarily have to eat actual the flesh like meat. You
Okay.
can eat other things. They necessarily to put on muscle. Does it take a little bit more time, and does it look different? It does. It looks
Okay.
different. You got to be patient, and it takes a little bit more time. And also genetics played in a good part of her results that she got as well, being able to put on muscle and so forth. Had clients who had like a lot of extra skin, needed to lose weight, and was able
Do you
to.
see Unique's comment, Ashley, before you go on? Because I feel like you just need to say something to him. Look at what this now, Unique. You know you're wrong for that.
Sorry, I was out running sheds. No way. I know Nisha told me you've been running. I ain't seen you in a little minute, but I know you don't need to run. I'm sure he's running for his mental, which is good. I heard you run every day. That's
That's
awesome.
good. That's
I like
good.
that. That is awesome.
That's good.
Thanks for tuning in, though.
I know that's awesome. Like I always say, I didn't mean to cut you off because I think you were giving like another success story with your one of your clients.
Yes. So she would she did dance, like pole
Okay.
dance.
Okay.
So that was one of her things, and she wanted to be able to get up on that was her goal thing. So she needed to lose a good little amount of weight. And when I tell you she works hard,
Yeah.
I love the ones that work hard. Just put in the work hard.
Yeah.
And she definitely lost that weight. I haven't talked to her in a while, so I don't know where she is right now as
Yeah.
far as what place she is in her life. But that definitely took some time as well. But she wanted to pole dance, so she got on it. She was able to get the confidence
She
to
did it, right?
did pole dance. It was awesome. Yep, she had a little show.
Good, good.
It was pretty cool. So
Unique, if you're still on, I want to know like what inspired you to even get your weight loss journey started. Like, you're running now, and because I never see you on your page where you talk about fitness. So what even made you wanted to start? Like, I'll just look in the comment section and see if you answer that question if you're still watching. But actually, in the interim of him answering that question, I wanted to know from you, because when people started tagging me in the post that you posted about wanting to get on a podcast to talk about fitness and to talk about wellness, because people, need to have this conversation. I felt like there was a calling. There was a purpose, maybe deeper than what you were saying within the post, which is why I took more notice to it as well. So really, what is your goal? What is the purpose of you getting on different platforms to share this message? What's your ultimate goal?
one, I'm super quiet. I'm pretty knowledgeable of a lot of information, and I just want to.
Hmm.
I just feel like, especially as women, when I get people in my inbox or have so many different questions, and it's not any by shape or form, never any judgment or judging.
Yeah.
It's just if they don't know, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? They don't know. So if I feel like if I'm on a platform and I'm talking about it and discussing, then people will go get their blood work done. They
Yeah.
may hire a trainer. It don't have to be me. It can be any trainer. Just make sure when you do go, this trainer knows about nutrition. They know about the female body, or the male. If it's a male, they know about the male body, how to help you to get to that next level. Because you may be there and then you may outgrow that person and need to go to someone that has more knowledge or
Hmm.
knows more about maybe a female body and have the experience of the different clients. So just like I said before, I have like different success stories or different clients that have different issues, so I kind of know how to help. And now that I'm a mom, I have a lot that have gone, even though I'm small, a lot that has gone on with my body as becoming, a new mom, and hormones, and still going through postpartum. You go to postpartum for up to 7 years after you still have a kid. And it's just like, just choosing yourself. You know what I mean? Choosing yourself to be able to show up for your kid. If you're doing it on your own, maybe get some friends together and y'all go running together, or to work out together to hold you guys accountable. I want to do like a fitness day, to even have like nurses and different health trucks and food about, different choices, that it doesn't have to be boring with your food. That's what I hear about a lot of people. It's like, I don't want to eat just this, and it don't have no season on it, and this and that. And it's like, you can enjoy your food more of a healthier way, and then also enjoy it outside of your meal plan and things like that. But I just wanted to reach out to a lot of people, whatever we discussing and talking about, maybe it clicked in someone's head and be like, yeah, I need to do that, or hey, that's me, or hey, yes, I need to do better. So now they're going to go to the doctor, or now they're going to get a trainer, or now they're going to be more cautious of drinking more water and eating vegetables and eating fruit. There is nothing wrong with doing those different things. So I just want to really make a change, and then just educate people as a whole, to live like, a healthier lifestyle. Like, we're getting older, we're not getting younger. And just changing the myth of our parents and grandparents, and them not exercising, and them not being able to do a lot of things. Like, we want to live long. People are dying by the day, and it's of heart attack. It's all health, heart attack, diabetes, all these different things that they're passing away from. And you can fix that. Get out, you can. Like, swimming might be your thing, or playing pickleball. Whatever.
It's just whatever it is.
Strength training. It could be anything. I don't care what anybody do. It could be running. Just like, Unique say he go running. It could be just running. I don't care what you do. Just move. Like, get moving. Get your heart rate going. Get things going in your body. Like, it don't necessarily have to be that. And I just feel like a lot of successful people, if you look around, like a lot of rich or successful people, they start their day off with working out, or they work out. Like, very true. Money. How you gonna be able to make money in your mind? You don't have brain fog because you just ate, and you so big and you exhausted. So now you typing slow. You need a report that need to be done, but you halfway falling asleep because you done ate 4,000 calories in one setting. But as soon as you work out prior to that, or you're eating, making healthier choices. It's one of my clients that she loved bread. She loved, I don't know if she on here. She probably and she loved bread, and she was like, hey, Ash, I am not going to follow no meal plan. And she was honest. I just come in here for my mental. I just need you to work me out hard, and I'm going to go and eat and do what I want to do. I may change, but then she'll come in and be like, I'm so exhausted. I'm so tired in the middle of the day. I said, what'd you have for lunch? Oh, I had bread and I had this. That's why you're tired.
That's why you're tired.
Like, that's why you're tired. So it's just really just better choices and being able to get to that next level.
Good stuff. I do not want to let you get out of here at all before I let you promote your Pretty Muscles apparel. So tell us how you got into that, the clothing line with that, and tell us how we can support you in that venture.
That's actually going to come back. So that's coming back again.
Okay.
But Pretty Muscle apparel is just any shape, any size. Everyone is pretty. So that'll be getting, as soon as I'll be making a post and things like that, as soon as I get that back rolling. But I started that with bodybuilding as well. What made me venture over into that, and it's amazing line, and I can't wait to
Yeah.
start back and get that going again. Yeah, pretty much.
Good, good, good. So if people do want to book you, because here's what I'm learning with the I know this, the power of just having a platform that will afford people the opportunity to come and spread, you know, dope, positive messages that will definitely benefit, the masses. And that's exactly what this episode has done. Like, I felt great about the episode. I think it may be a very long time before I go grab another mellow yellow. So there's one thing. If nothing else, coming from somebody who doesn't know how to count calories and all of that, like
Listen,
I do.
I'm gonna get with you after. I'm
Okay.
gonna get with you because we gonna start slow, but I'm gonna get with you. But
Okay.
no more mellow yellows at 62 grams of sugar, boo. Mm-mm.
I can only imagine, because I'm sitting here, like, the saddest part about that is that I'm drinking this mellow yellow. And I'm like, but this is not even the sweetest thing that I think I drank, because I don't even consider this to be sweet. So good Lord, my first thing was, Jesus, how much sugar do these juices that I'm thinking are all natural? They're way sweeter than this mellow yellow. Like, good Lord. I don't want to talk about that. So I'm like, okay, yeah, Jazz. Like, and because I'm a person that really I'm a seafood head. I post about seafood all the time. And I just know, like, I literally probably should be a pescatarian, because that's mainly my protein there is seafood. It's really what it is. And one trainer that I was working with, he was just like, instead of you doing like a butter, just do olive oil, or just do butter, like just do lemon juice and seasoning. He was like, because if you eat it so much, you gotta sub out like the bad for the good, like for something that you really want to enjoy. So it's like I keep that in my mind. I don't practice it, but I do. It's there. It's something that I did learn. Like, I tried to pay attention. So I do. I think more so than just having our way and loving our food, because um I think about our elders, just like you said, that, the reason why you wanted um to do this anyway, to get onto platforms and talk to people, talk to the masses. Like, we do come from a tradition where, if Nana wants to eat what she wants to eat. And in some regards, they were living a long time. Like, my grandmother ate whatever she wanted to eat, and she was a full
The food
blown
back then,
diabetic. But I think she knew how to do it in moderation.
the
Like, and when I
food is
look back on it, because my
different.
grandmother passed when she was like 91, and she ate what she wanted to eat, and she took insulin every day, multiple times a day. But as I look at my generation, like that generation, that survival rate is getting shorter and shorter. And so it is not, we don't
The
have
food,
that same longevity with trying to eat what we want to eat, because there's so many things that they add to food nowadays, and it's just become more and more unhealthier. So um it was important to me to be able to give you this space, to be able to give you this platform to speak on this topic, because it is like, I mean, and I'm being very serious, like, because I go in my everyday life, and I just remember someone just poured into me, and he was like, Jazz, I don't even know where it came from. It was like sometime last year, he was like, if you just walk for 30 minutes every day, he was like, just promise me that you'll walk for 30 minutes every day. Just start there. And I was doing good. And then I started getting off of a routine, and it was just like, I'm on the go. Like, I am on the go. I'm in the car. I don't have time to walk or
yep.
whatever. And it's like,
To
it's
get up
making the
early,
time.
a priority. It has to be a priority. Like, you have to make that on top of
Yeah.
the list. So it's nothing. You can walk, even if it's not 30 minutes, 15 minutes, real quick to
Yeah.
go around and walk. You can put on a podcast. You can put on some music or something
Right.
to get going and work and start your day. Shower and get ready to start your day. I think that's very, very important. There's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
walking. Start there, and you'll see a difference in how you feel in your body as well.
Hmm.
Walking, just getting up, walking. That's the
Yeah.
start. I
Yeah.
agree.
It is. And it is. It's hard, but then it being hard, really, I think the message that I want to leave in this episode is like, this is hard because it's outside of the norm, because it's not something that we've put into our routine, but just coming from a place where at one point it was a part of my routine. And the reason why it was a part of my routine is because mentally I made it important. Like, there was a goal that I had, and
Yep.
was, able to really, I think, withstand like that healthy lifestyle. It wasn't for years, but it was for a year, like where I felt just
Yep.
really good. But it's like, I just want everyone, like I said, here's my formula. I just always feel like in order to make a great comeback and come back from anything, you need God, number one.
Absolutely.
You prayer without and faith without works is dead. So having God there. But here's the part also where you need to have your resources, the right resources, Ashley, the right resource. If your goal is to have, great fitness, like I've given you a resource, right? The right resource, but knowing how to use that resource effectively, reach out and tap into the fitness community, tap into, just get your knowledge. Just like I said, I don't know what a macro is. I don't know how many calories I'm supposed to have. I asked that question to Ashley. She told me, and it's like, it's my responsibility to do further work or link myself with someone who can help me. Right. And then the last part is doing the necessary work. And that's almost the toughest part is
Yeah.
what the needed work is. You
Yep.
just got to mentally prepare yourself to say that I am going to
Yep.
do the work. So if you're like me,
Yep.
where you feel bloated all the time, because I feel bloated all the time. And it's like I've started to take measures to try to see, well, what's going on with that, right? That's the first step, right? And then just knowing, like, it could be something like Ashley said, that you are eating every day. You have to really pay attention and monitor your body. Like someone told me to get a food journal, and after every time you eat, just record how you feel so that you can try to get down to the bottom of what is it that you are eating that's causing you to feel this way. But it's important also for me, although it's not a passion of mine in terms of, I feel like it's my life's work. Like I feel like you do, Ashley, and I commend you for it. Although it's not that, the fact of the matter is health is wealth. And if you're trying to be here for the people that you love, especially if you have kids, you owe it to them and you owe it to yourself to make sure that you are here for as long as you can be here, and not let an underlying health condition that you could have very well have healed yourself with through fitness and wellness. Like I just really, that is my mission with this episode, is that it ignites something in someone. You have an expert here, you have someone who's very qualified. Reach out to her, definitely reach out to Ashley. Ashley is cool people. She's good people. She's knowledgeable. She is somebody who can definitely help you along your journey. And it's something that you said, Ashley, that I really, really like. And I think it will resound with a lot of your future clients. It's a no judgment zone. So you may look at her physique and you're like, well, she doesn't, like, she hasn't had any problems with health. Like, it seems like she's had health, she's been healthy and fit her whole life. To stay that way takes some work, to get to different
It's a
gains and to
it's
keep
a
it.
struggle as well. By me being, just like I said, that's a whole another topic as well. Like, after, it's a lot of parents out here. So after you start having children, like
Yeah,
exhausted. It's plenty days that I'm just like, I want to make it to the gym, but it's like, I gotta, my daughter is sick, or I gotta pick her up from daycare, or I gotta do this. So it's just like, when do you make the time? But it's just like right in between. I only have 20 minutes in between a client, real quick.
right.
Go ahead and get a quick workout. It's better than nothing.
Mhm.
I know I'm working
Mhm.
hours, just like, okay, I still got it in. And just like how you feel, my hormones, like I had, my hormones were off. I wasn't sleeping. I couldn't sleep during the night because I was breastfeeding and getting up. So it took me a while to adapt to being able to sleep. Now I fixed the issue. As soon as I lay my head down, boom, I'm
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's good sleep. So I have a way of to make sure um certain ways that if you go to sleep, how it sees if you're actually fully asleep or
Mhm.
if you are still awake. Your
Yeah.
eyes are closed, but your mind is still going. So that means when you get up, you're still going to be tired. So it's just different things. It's just that you have to go into it and look. I know on the outside it looks like, oh, I got it perfect and everything together, but I
Yeah.
had health issues too. But just like I said, it's so important to go and get blood work done. So when I was feeling not myself, I wasn't
Mhm.
feeling, all, I was like, okay, let me go get this check, that check, that check. And it's like, okay, this is a little bit low. Or your gut health. Now I had gastritis for short period of time for drinking coffee because I would get
Yeah.
up so early. So I would drink coffee, but I would drink it on an empty stomach. So now
Yeah.
that we get older, or now you done had a baby, now my body wasn't digesting in the acid. It wasn't digesting properly. So I had to go, hey, get it fixed, do what I needed to do naturally, and bam, I'm good to go.
Good.
So it's just different things, knowing your body and being honest with yourself.
Yeah.
You know, so many people that tell tales and be like, "Oh, I don't have high blood pressure," but you do take high blood pressure medication.
Yeah.
Like, don't be ashamed. I'm here to
Yeah.
help. The more information that you give and the more honesty that you are with me, the better I'm
Mhm.
able to help you. But if you tell a
Right.
tale and not so honest with me, and then when we're working out, you be like, "Oh, I'm about to pass out." I'm like, "Why you about to pass out?" "Oh, I ain't take my high blood pressure medication today." Like,
I'm like, what? What? Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah. So I appreciate you so much for coming on here. And I hope various platforms allow you to come on as well. You are more than welcome to come back at any time. Like if you reach out to me and say, Jazz, like this would be a great topic, or do you have time in your schedule to fit me in for this? Like I am all about it. Like when it's something that is going to be very positive and promote greatness in the community to the masses, like I'm all for it. So
Thank you.
definitely a proponent of health is wealth. And honestly, what should happen is when you know better, you do better. But sometimes we just need a helping hand to do that. And so, Ashley, I want you to tell everyone how they can contact you if they want to get in contact you for with you for your services and all of that good stuff.
Okay, so you guys, I do have a website. You can message me or go on the website so you can see everything and what I offer at sparkmethodfitness.com. I'm on Facebook, just my name, Ashley Sparks, and then also on Instagram, I'm Ashley underscore Sparks underscore coach. I had to think about that. And also you can, if you want the phone number, you can text me 470-715-8914 and just text ready and I'll get right back with you.
I love it. I love it. So definitely don't be a stranger. You are now a part of my Jazzie crew, and I would look forward to seeing you at the 3-year podcast anniversary live show
I'm
with me
there.
being healthier and leaner, you know. So I'm tasking
Get it
myself. I'm gonna be like unique and be like, hey, Ashley, I'm running,
right.
which is my least favorite thing to do, but I know it has results. So definitely I do know a topic that I do want to talk to you. So I am gonna just put it out there that I do want to bring you back on the show. Because I want to bring you back on the show because I want you to talk about the various equipment options there are at the gym and then
Oh,
how you're supposed to use them properly. Because when I tell you, I don't know what I be pressing. I just be pressing stuff. I don't know what this mean. Okay, so what? I'm gonna burn how many I don't know, but just I do it just to start the machine. So that's just how green I am. So
listen, you're
I
not the
don't
only
want
one.
anybody else to be in the gym looking like a fool
Listen,
like I
a
am.
lot
Like
of
if
people,
it's anything that is electronic, I'm looking like a fool until I
listen,
get it to go. But
anytime people
on
do
that leg machine, I know about the leg machines though.
anytime people do consultations, a lot of times it was like I ask them a question like, why you haven't been here? Why you haven't done it on your own? It's like, I don't know how to work any of these machines. They don't go past the cardio machine. They get so intimidated. So I'm like, yes, I can teach you. I have videos and everything to show
Yeah,
you how to properly use. But yes,
yeah,
technique and form is very, very important. I definitely wouldn't
yeah.
get anybody to just go in the gym and you get hurt or injured or you're not doing it properly um anytime. So yeah,
I
you can
appreciate it. I
right.
appreciate it. Well, thank you so much. I hope you have a great evening. I hope this thunder and lightning, I don't know if you heard it, but I'm like, oh my gosh, like I hope this is not picking up on the broadcast, but it is a thundering and
Yeah,
lightning
I
of
don't
a
know if you heard
storm.
it's thundering, but it's no rain though, which is weird.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
just like, what is going on? So you're in the house. So stay safe, stay dry, and all that good stuff, and continue to promote this great message. Continue to do the work that you do. And I pray that you are open to a whole slew of new clients that you can help along their fitness and wellness journey. And so it is great seeing you.
Me too.
Great having you on the show. Thank you so much for being a part of my Jazzy crew.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. And so thank you everybody for tuning in. Make sure that you share this episode. Make sure that you tag someone in the comment section so they can come back and catch the replay. And if you are here on the replay, just hit replay. If you have questions for Ashley, like literally we can see them accumulate and I will even give them to her directly. Make sure that you are subscribing, that you hit the notifications bell when you're on YouTube. Make sure that you are following me on IG, Facebook, and on YouTube. Also, go and follow and like the podcast on your favorite podcast platform. You know that I'm here every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And do not forget that you can come back from anything with God, the right resources, knowing how to use those resources effectively, and your willingness to do the work. And as long as you do that, I know for a fact that you are part of my goal diggers, and that's GOAL. Remember to tune in. If you need a host for your event, make sure you book me because all I need is one mic, and I'm just getting excited. Look, I got something cooking. I look, this 3-year podcast anniversary live show is going to be live. So make sure you tune in for that information, and I will see you back here on next Monday. Have a good night, everybody. See you later, Ash.
Bye.
Bye.